with Pineapple Papers, and I am back with another Stretch the Sketch. And this is a beautiful sketch from Page Maps that Janet picked out. So I am doing my Mexico trip, and that album is 8.5 by 11. So I am going to shrink this down to an 8.5 by 11 size. Now I am using mostly the Wild Heart kit or collection from Crate Paper, and all three of these papers that I'm using right now are from that. So if you are new to this series, it is where we take a 12 by 12 sketch and we either stretch it or shrink it. So you need to check out all of the other ladies that are playing because everybody has a super unique take on this, or all of them, if you've been watching us for a long time. So definitely head over to their channels. I will have the links down below. So this sketch calls for 2 photos. So I have these 2 photos of some chocolate-covered strawberries that were delivered to our room twice. So I cut them down. Originally, I cut them down to be the same size like in the sketch, but the one photo had some funny stuff in the background, so I decided, nope, I'm just going to cut that down. So that one's going to end up a little bit smaller. Now you can see up in the top that there is like a black piece of paper that looks like maybe it's scalloped, and I'm going to use that gold leaf trim. I think that one was from Flourish, for that, as well as the squiggly lines on the bottom. Now I am going to mat these photos in just some white tissue paper, and I usually do it on a crease, and I usually do 2 layers and then just cut the crease. So you can see down there in the bottom, there is a huge circle element. So I wasn't sure that I wanted to do a paper element. Number one, because I can't really cut a circle even if it's drawn out very well. So I decided that I am going to hand stitch it and add some beautiful sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and those are in Lush Greenery. And I will go off camera and do that. But you did see that I used just one of my bowls from the kitchen to create the circle. I just felt like it was the perfect size for that. And my title is going to be Hello Goodness, and that is from the ephemera pack for the Wild Heart. I did have to trim the goodness down just a little bit for the fact that it would have kind of got into the stitching. So because it's vellum, you can't really tell. So all of my stitching is done, and I think I put a sequin about every 4 or 5 stitches. I didn't really count them, I just kind of went with it. So now I am working on adding a few more of these really cool sequins. So they mimic the top of that banner that says hello. They look just like it. So I thought maybe I could incorporate that. And then I even thought about using the little leaves in the collection to make it kind of look like those banners, but I chose not. I liked them as leaves, so they looked a little bit more like flowers. So I do add those in 3 places. And now I'm trying to think what I want to do for journaling. So I know it shows all of those little strips, and I thought I can do my journaling on my typewriter and then cut it out and make it look like those strips. And I toyed with the idea of a tag there, and it was just too much. So I take it away, and I'm thinking at this point that, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, is I am going to take it to my sewing machine, or take it to my typewriter, type out those strips. And then I was kind of thinking, I'm like, how much do I really have to say about chocolate covered strawberries? Not a ton. So I found these tiny word stickers, and they are from the Maggie Holmes sticker sheet. And I am going to use those as basically as my journaling. So I used Life is Sweet, Lovely Day, XOXO, Remember Details, This Makes Me Smile, My Happy Place, So Happy and Grateful for This. And that pretty much covers it. So here are some close-ups, and remember to wear your crown.